Hey guys, I'm John P.
And I'm Callie Lewis. It's Science Friday with special guest Dr. Kiki.
And a patch to grow bones.
Keeping our athletes safe.
Netflix news galore.
And monkeys controlling robots. It's a zoo. And it all starts now.
Welcome to the Google Plus conversation with Al Gore and Jeff Skoll.
I want to thank everybody who has been participating in this for the past week, and I'm really looking forward to responding to the questions live.
How did the film An Inconvenient Truth change the public perception of climate change?
About 30% of Americans thought climate change was a big issue. And in the year after An Inconvenient Truth came out, 87% of Americans felt that climate change was real and must be addressed.
Coming up on Dr. Kiki Science Hour, we're talking about science for better living. That's up next on Dr. Kiki Science Hour. Coming up on Dr. Kiki Science Hour, we're talking about the science of anesthesia with Dr. Emory Brown from Harvard Medical School. That's up next on Dr. Kiki Science Hour. Coming up on Dr. Kiki Science Hour, we're talking about finding supermassive black holes with Nicholas McConnell from UC Berkeley. That's up next on Dr. Kiki Science Hour. I am Dr. Kiki, and this is the show where you get to dig into a topic in the sciences for an entire hour. I get to talk with somebody for an hour about their field of expertise, and it's really not very often in this world that you get to sit back, relax, and learn from people who know what they're talking about. And today, I hope you're ready because we are going to dig into science-based medicine and pretty much how science-based medicine can help you live better longer with our guest, Dr. David Agus. He's an oncologist and the author of The End of Illness. He's written a book. It's a New York Times bestseller, and we'll be speaking with him in just a few minutes. But first, when I think of what's happening with anesthesia, you're inhaling a gas or you're having something injected into your bloodstream, but the actions aren't necessarily taking place in your bloodstream or in your lungs. The molecules of the drugs are actually making their way to the brain, and that's where they're actually having their impact.
That's right. So because the drugs are injected or they're inhaled, they're free to go everywhere.
You have like neurophysiology degrees.
I think you have a degree in something I can't pronounce.
And something we don't
Neurophysiology. My doctoral research was in the area of bird brains. I think you can pronounce that.
Like
Why?
me.
What drew you to that?
My area of interest was really memory, so I was studying spatial learning and memory and investigating how birds, what structures exist in the bird brain to allow them to remember where they've hidden food, where to go in the winter when they're migrating, all sorts of challenges that birds face in the wild related to memory. You know, and it gives us it's also interesting to kind of relate the bird brain to the human brain and kind of see how they match up.
This is a Tesla coil, and soon there will be more than 1 million volts shooting through it.
A lot of kids think science is just what's in books and learning facts and figures, and it's projects like this, being involved in competitions, being involved in science fairs that lets kids get their hands dirty, lets them explore the scientific method, figure out how it works, and actually realize that it's something they can do all the time. And so this eCyber mission, along with other science fairs and competitions, is an absolutely essential part of our country's future.
Well, one of the things I love about you, Dr. Kiki, is that you have the talent of kind of showing people science, explaining science in a very understandable manner, not dumbing it down by any means, but just where people can really get it.
Translating. Translating the complex concepts into understandable bite-sized nuggets.
Yeah, I kind of think of myself as a science translator.
Whee!